right here, which is the regular guillotine, which is great. But the problem is, he can just kind of reach over your shoulders. He might be able to pick you up, or even if he doesn't, I can't guillotine him now. So I do a trick right here. When I grab the guillotine, I grab it. Now I pull my arm in, and pull it over the shoulder right here. Now I can choke him out right here. And if he goes to reach over my shoulder to stop it, he chokes himself. And a lot of times in guillotines, the guy can kind of jump up to guard to stop it. But like, watch, if you sit the guard here. So there's nowhere, anywhere he tries defending this, it chokes him. So basically, the best thing he can do is, well, he might be able to attack my hand, so he does have a chance of escaping, but it makes it a lot harder. This guillotine is really easy to escape. It's like here, he's countered it, or he can just like sit to guard, roll me. There's so many things I can move around. As soon as I come here, see, I pull this in and go up over the shoulder. See how this covers right here and pushes him down. Now from here, I turn and put my hips in and pop it. And if he, let me show it so you can see it too. So I'm here, see here, this comes here, over. See this covering is really tight right here, crushes the Adam's apple. And like I said, there's nowhere, usually the guillotines, if he moves around, it releases pressure. With this one, the more it moves around, it makes tighter. Like, try to throw it over my shoulder. See, he chokes himself. You guys can you sit guard here? So yeah, regular guillotine, you can either sit guard or throw it over the shoulder, so that shuts it down. So, and this, you can also use this one on the ground, you can use this grip for all kinds of situations. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. We're going to work it here. But if you guys are into guillotines, it's something you want to play around with. Because I mean, I'll do it. I do it here all the time on the ground. I can sit right there, choke him out right there, or any guillotine you can hit that from. So let's work the standing.
What grip are you using, Mac?
Yeah, I'm grabbing. There are different grips you can use. I personally come here and go over.
Like this.
You can play around here.
Yeah, like, I've seen it like that.
Yeah, this is the grip I do here and here. I have seen guys do it like here.
Yeah, that's the way I've
seen it. This isn't a real common one though. It's more people are starting to do it, but it's not real big deal. This is when I first saw Marcelo Garcia do, and he tapped out like 6, 7 black belts in Abu Dhabi with it. So it shows that when I saw him tagging up guys at that level of guillotine, like, what's he doing? I went and talked to him. He showed me this little cobra grip. I've been doing it a lot. It works really well. So let's try that. Yeah. Well,
like the new deal, right? Oh, it's just a deal, right? My technique would be like this. I'm going to push down and then come under, and then I'm going to do the crash. Sweet.
It's solid.
You don't have to do anything as long as you just hold it.
That's the man.
I can work with my guillotine right now. I punched right there. Yeah. And then shoot him in. Yeah. Kick that leg out.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
You can use this lock too, but keep it hold on. As long as I control his head, if I kind of lift his head up, I stay really tight right here. Now, for his head and arm position, I want to make sure I keep my feet kind of close to his head. If I'm too far back, he can sit over, yeah, he can hook my leg and he can roll me and come on top. So, when I'm in this position, make sure you're keeping really tight on his head so he can't slip his head out, and then you're walking your feet so they're kind of close to his head. If he starts walking towards me, I walk away. Now from here, there's several submissions I can do. The first one we're working, I'm just going to control this hand here, and I just throw this hand down, I step over the arm right here. See, so it's here. If I do allow me to control the arm, I throw it down. See how I hook this inside right here? Now I pull the head up. Now I take my hips and push them out. Here. Ton of pressure on his elbow. Here, also in MMA, he's got no way to stand up from punching. But usually you don't have to punch because you'll probably finish this. If I sometimes you can't leverage right, if the hand don't work, that's when I start punching. But generally, I pull the head, hips forward. So again, right here, I'm moving this around, I grab his wrist, I start pushing towards my leg. Once I get it close, bring my leg to him, because he might be fighting his hand. But as soon as I can bring my leg to him, bring the leg to his hand. Because if he's stronger than you, he might not be able to get it all the way down. So here, this comes in. See how it hooks? Hooks at a weird angle. Now from here, I don't bring my hips straight up, I bring them towards his head. Do this slow, because if you do this really tight, you can break the guy's elbow. You want to make sure it's not to hurt anyone here. So make sure you put your hips really slow. I pull the head. Yeah, see, I didn't even put my hips, he was already tapping. See, I slowly bring my hips this way to finish it. Going on toes, it feels right, but actually it's less powerful. Okay. It feels like you want to go on your toes, so that actually makes it less tight. It's kind of weird. Okay. You go hips down, yeah, it leaves it steady squeeze. One variation. I like this one for MMA. If you start punching them, the guy's elbows are going to come up. You can do this not MMA too, actually shoving elbows up, shoving elbows and jumping into it. But MMA is a great way to get his elbows up. If you start punching him, he's naturally going to come and cover. From here, I use his elbows. I push down on his elbows. I'm using them to spring my weight. This is a little tricky, but it's once you get this, it's really easy. So the first little motion on the legs is a little tricky. I push the elbows and I spring into the armbar right there. See, what you're doing, this knee comes up right against his head, and this foot. The hardest part about this move is this foot. A lot of guys don't have a hard time doing this right in the beginning. You see, this foot turns over and goes right against his body. You don't want to have it here. The thing is, I have to sit on him. A lot of you guys don't want to sit on the guy for some reason, and you go like this, and all your weight's off. This is not right. So you have to put all my weight is sitting right on his side. It makes it harder for him to escape. I want my weight on him. Now I grab the arm right here. This foot's going to swing over. I can cast the leg if I want, or not. So you swing here, squeeze your legs really tight. Make sure the thumb's pointing up. Come back, armbar. Balance, or maybe your pressure's not right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle him. Now I slide this arm down right to his ankle, go low on his ankle, and this foot steps back at the same time. See here? Make sure you go low on the ankle because that's where he's going to be. You have better leverage. Now here, pull the foot up high. Don't leave it here. Make sure to curl it up here. If I leave it here, a guy might be able to rip this foot out. But if I curl it here, he gets no balance. Now here, it's really easy to finish him. I reach up, grab his head, and then I circle, and I pull downward. I kick too. A lot of times you really need to. That's usually kind of unnecessary, but you might as well just add a little to it. I pull downward, circle, kick. Again, I land in a great position. I got a jumping leg lock back here. I can punch him. I can pass the guard. Wherever I want to work. So, let me show this one more time. So I'm in here. I'm circling. It's not working. So I grab low on his ankle and step this foot back. Pull this up high. Make sure to keep his foot as high as I can. The lower it is, the better balance he has. The higher I get it, the worse balance he has. If he has really good flexibility, he might be alright, but if the guy doesn't have good flexibility, you pull his foot high, he's going to want to fall over. Grab the back of his head, I take a big circle, and I bring him downward. Right here. Let's drill that, guys. Even if he tries to lock, it's just gonna break really easy. Now right here, I just go to the guillotine. So one more time. I push the head. This one comes under his arm. This one comes across his face. I lock my fingers. Now, if I just try kicking the leg, he still can hold this. Make sure you pull the tricep towards you first. Now kicking. Let's do that.